La YAHANNA.
La YAHANNA.
Rise and face the east. The Lord's Prayer. Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kodash.
Kodash.
Haya.
Haya.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Malak Wafka.
Malak Wafka.
Taba'a.
Taba'a.
Ratazaka.
Ratazayaka.
Haya.
Haya.
I.S.H.A.P.K.
I.S.U.P.K.
Ba'arataza.
Ba'arataza.
Kawa.
Kawa.
Haya.
Haya.
Shemayim.
Shemayim.
Nafananawa.
Nafananawa.
Lakam.
Lakam.
Cow.
Cow.
Yawam.
Yawam.
Wasalaknawa.
Wasalaknawa.
Kabawafnawa.
Kabawafnawa.
Kasalaknawa.
Kasalaknawa.
Kabawafyanawa.
Kabawafinawa.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Fabaya'inawa.
Fabaya'inawa.
Banasayawan.
Banasayawan.
Abal.
Abal.
Hawashinawa.
Hawashinawa.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Rai.
Rai.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Laka.
Laka.
Hamalakwa.
Hamalakwa.
Waha'ala.
Waha'ala.
Wahafapara.
Wahafapara.
La'aiwalamyam.
La'aiwalamyam.
Aman.
Aman. And in the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
In earth.
In earth.
As it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day.
Give us this day.
Our daily bread.
Our daily bread.
And forgive us our debts.
And forgive us our debts.
As we forgive our debtors.
As we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not.
And lead us not.
Into temptation.
Into temptation.
But deliver us.
But deliver us.
From evil.
From evil.
For thine is the kingdom.
For thine is the kingdom.
And the power.
And the power.
And the glory.
And the glory.
Forever.
Forever.
So be it.
So be it. And the prayer for the power of the Haka. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bahashem Yahweh Shai.
Bahashem Yahweh Shai.
Baba Kusha.
Baba Kusha.
Nafan Lanawa.
Nafan Lanawa.
Haka.
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 Lara Pa'a.
Lara Pa'a.
Kal Makala.
Kal Makala.
Wakal Madawa.
Wakal Madawa.
Haka.
Haka.
Lataha.
Lataha.
Hamatazarayim.
Hamatazarayim.
Haka.
Haka.
Lahakuyam.
Lahakuyam.
Hamafyam.
Hamafyam.
Haka.
Haka.
Awakawa.
Awakawa.
Hatama Allah.
Hatama Allah.
The Garashan.
The Garashan.
Bahashem Yahweh Shai.
Bahashem Yahweh Shai.
The water Aman.
The water Aman. And in the English, Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Please.
Please.
And give us the power.
Give us the power.
The power to heal.
The power to heal.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. And the blessings, Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Mayaka Allah.
Wa Mayaka Allah.
Wa Alahayim.
Wa Alahayim.
Mata Zabiya'ah.
Mata Zabiya'ah.
Allah Wap Yahanna.
Allah Wap Yahanna.
Ha Allah Wapyam.
Ha Allah Wapyam.
Ha Saranyam.
Ha Saranyam.
Ha Kwatazayanyam.
Ha Kwatazayanyam.
Ha Kayayalyam.
Ha Kayayalyam.
Wa Akwafyam.
Wa Akwafyam.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bahashem Yahweh Shai.
Bahashem Yahweh Shai.
The water Aman.
The water Aman. And in the English, bless you Yahweh.
Bless you Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Commanding General YAHANNA.
Commanding General YAHANNA.
The generals.
The generals.
The captains.
The captains.
The officers.
The officers.
The troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. Psalms 121. Asher Ayanya.
Asher Ayanya.
Al-Hahayim.
Al-Hahayim.
Ma'ayan.
Ma'ayan.
Yaba'ah.
Yaba'ah.
Isaiah.
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 Ma'ayin.
Ma'ayin.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Shemayim.
Shemayim.
Wa-Aratazar.
Wa-Aratazar.
Al-Yathan.
Al-Yathan.
Lamawat.
Lamawat.
Regalka.
Regalka.
Al-Yanawam.
Al-Yanawam.
Shamaka.
Shamaka.
Hanala'ah.
Hanala'ah.
Yanawam.
Yanawam.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Yayashan.
Yayashan.
Shawama.
Shawama.
Yasha'ala.
Yashra'ala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamaka.
Shamaka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tazaka.
Tazaka.
Al-Yad.
Al-Yad.
Yam Yanka.
Yam-Yamka.
Yawamam.
Yawamam.
Hashamash.
Hashamash.
La'ayakayaka.
La'ayakayaka.
Wayarak.
Wayarak.
Walayala.
Walayala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamaka.
Yashamaka.
Makalrai.
Makalrai.
Yashama.
Yashama.
Afnapashka.
Afnapashka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashama.
Yashama.
Taza'afka.
Taza'afka.
Wabawa Ayaka.
Wabawa Ayaka.
Ma'aitha.
Ma'aitha.
Wa'aid Iwalam.
Wa'aid Iwalam.
Amen.
Amen. And in the English, I will lift up mine eyes.
I will lift up mine eyes
unto the hills.
Unto the hills.
From whence cometh my help.
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh.
My help cometh from Yahweh.
Which made heaven and earth.
Which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer.
He will not suffer
thy foot to be moved.
Thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee.
He that keepeth thee.
Will not slumber.
Will not slumber.
Behold.
Behold.
He that keepeth Israel.
He that keepeth Israel.
Shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon the right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
Nor the moon by night.
Nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee.
Yahweh shall preserve thee.
From all evil.
From all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
And thy coming in.
And thy coming in.
From this time forth.
From this time forth.
And even forevermore.
And even forevermore.
So be it.
So be it. See, Psalms 83. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Al-Damayalaka.
Al-Damayalaka.
Al-Thakarash.
Al-Thakarash.
Wa al-Tashakwat.
Wa al-Tashakwat.
Al. Kayahana.
Kayahana.
Awab-Yaka.
Awab-Yaka.
Yahama Yawan.
Yahama Yawan.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al-Amaka.
Al-Amka.
Ya'ayarumwa.
Ya'ayarumwa.
Sawada.
Sawada.
Wayatha Yawa-Aitazawa.
Wayatha Yawa-Aitazawa.
Al-Tazar Pawanyaka.
Al-Tazar Pawanyaka.
Amawa.
Amawa.
Lakawa.
Lakawa.
Wanyakakidam.
Wanakakidam.
Magaya.
Magaya.
Wala'a Yazaka.
Wala'a Yazaka.
Sham Yasha'ala.
Sham Yashra'ala.
Iwada.
Iwada.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Nawa Aitazawa.
Nawa Aitazawa.
Laba.
Laba.
Yakadwa.
Yakadwa.
Al-Yaka.
Al-Yaka.
Bayaf.
Bayaf.
Yakawafwa.
Yakarathwa.
Alahaya.
Alahaya.
Adawam.
Adawam.
Wa Yashima Alayim.
Wa Yashima Alayim.
Mawa'aba.
Mawa'aba.
Wa Hagayim.
Wa Hagayim.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Wa Imawan.
Wa Imawan.
Wa Imalak.
Wa Imalak.
Palishaf.
Kalashah.
Imishabya.
I'm Yeshabya.
Tazawa.
Tazawa.
Gum Ashawa.
Gum Ashawa.
Nalawa.
Nalawa.
Imam.
Iman.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Zawai.
Zarawai.
Labaya Lawat.
Labanya Lawat.
Salah.
Salah.
Aishalahum.
Aishalahum.
Kamadian.
Kamadian.
Kasaya Sarah.
Kasaya Sarah.
Kayabian.
Kayabian.
Banakal.
Banakal.
Koyashwan.
Koyashwan.
Nashamadwa.
Nashamadwa.
Bayandara.
Bayandara.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Daman.
Daman.
La Adama.
La Adama.
Shayatamwa.
Shayathamba.
Nadar Yabmawa.
Nada Yabmawa.
Ka'ira.
Ka'ira.
Wakazabak.
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 Wakatazal Manai.
Wakatazal Manai.
Kauna Sayakamwa.
Kauna Sayakamwa.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Amawa.
Amawa.
Nayarashah.
Nayarashah.
Lanawa.
Lanawa.
Af.
Af.
Na'awaf.
Na'awaf.
Alahayim.
Alahaya.
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 Shayatamwa.
Shayathamba.
Kagagala.
Kagalgala.
Kakwash.
Kakwash.
Lapanya Raka.
Panyaraka.
Ka'ash.
Ka'ash.
Taba'aya Yara.
Taba'aya Ara.
Wakalabah,
Wakalabah,
Talahat,
Salahat,
Hayam,
Hayam,
Khan,
Khan,
Daradakma,
Faradakma,
Basa Iraka,
Basa Iraka,
Wabasaba Pafka,
Wabasar Wapafka,
Sabalaham,
Sabalaham,
Mala'a,
Wala'a,
Panyaham,
Panyaham,
Kwalawan,
Palawan,
Wayaba Kwashwa,
Wayabakwashwa,
Shamka,
Shamka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Yabashwa,
Yabashwa,
Wayaba Awa,
Wayaba Alwa,
Aya Ai,
Ayai,
Wayakapawa,
Wayakapawa,
Waya Abadwa,
Waya Abadwa,
Waya the Iwa,
Waya the Iwa,
Kaya Ata,
Kaya Atha,
Shamka,
Shamka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Labadka,
Labadka,
Al Yawan,
Al Yawan,
Al Kaha Arataza.
Al Kaha Arataza.
Amen.
Amen. And in the English, keep not thou silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
And be not still,
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
Thine enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee.
And they that hate thee.
Have lifted up the head.
Have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel.
They have taken crafty counsel.
Against thy people.
Against thy people.
And consulted against.
And have consulted against.
Thy hidden ones.
Thy hidden ones.
They have said.
They have said.
Come. And let us cut them off.
And let us cut them off.
From being a nation.
From being a nation.
That the name of Israel.
That the name of Israel.
May be no more in remembrance.
May be no more in remembrance.
For they have consulted together.
For they have consulted together.
With one consent.
With one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom.
And the Ishmaelites.
And the Ishmaelites.
Of Moab.
Of Moab.
And the Hagarenes.
And the Hagarenes.
Gabor and Ammon.
Gabor and Ammon.
And Amalek.
And Amalek.
The Philistines.
The Philistines.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
Asher also is joined with them.
Asher also is joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Selah.
Selah.
Do unto them.
Do unto them.
As unto the Midianites.
As unto the Midianites.
As to Sisera.
As to Sisera.
As to Jabin.
As to Jabin.
At the brook of Kison.
At the brook of Kison.
Which perished at Endor.
Which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like Koreb.
Make their nobles like Oreb.
And like Zayeb.
And like Zayeb.
Yea.
Yea.
All their princes as Zabah.
All their princes as Zabah.
And as Zalmunna.
And as Zalmunna.
Who said.
Let
us take to ourselves.
Let us take to ourselves.
The houses of the Most High.
The houses of the Most High. In possession.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Make them like a wheel.
Make them like a wheel.
As the stubble before the wind.
As the stubble before the wind.
As the fire burneth the wood.
As the fire burneth the wood.
And as the flame.
And as the flame.
Setteth the mountains on fire.
Setteth the mountains on fire.
So persecute them.
So persecute them.
With thy tempest.
With thy tempest.
And make them afraid.
And make them afraid.
With thy storm.
With thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with shame.
That they may seek thy name, O Yahweh.
That they may seek thy name, O Yahweh.
Let them be confounded.
Let them be confounded.
And troubled forever.
And troubled forever.
Yea.
Yea.
Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame.
And perish.
And perish.
That men may know.
That men may know.
That thou.
Whose
name alone.
Is
Yahweh.
Is Yahweh.
Art the Most High.
Art the Most High.
Over all the earth.
Over all the earth.
So be it.
So be it.
Curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh.
Blessed are you, Yahweh.
King of heaven and earth.
King of heaven and earth.
And all things living.
And all things living.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Listen to us now.
Listen to us now.
Right now.
Right now.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
That speak against us.
That speak against us.
Thy prophets.
Thy prophets.
The teachers,
the teachers,
the princes,
the princes,
the priests,
the
Israelite brothers,
Israelite brothers,
and the schools,
sent
evils and curses, and punishments and destruction, to the heathen, and shake loose, the treasure of the rich of Israel, that refused to give to the school, force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary, send evils and curses, and punishments and destruction, to the Edomites, and the nations, and their drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, Posse Comitazi, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space program, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street, open up the internet, and the airways, the cable access channels, and the radio channels, convict the spirit of any of thy people, that seek to stop us, and bring swift destruction, to all the heathen, that stand in the way, or try to stop us, from broadcasting your words, throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues, cause them to go to and fro, through the earth and consume them. Let the plague shake the house of the thief, and the murderer. Let Yahawashi, Michael and Gabriel, come down with the flying saucers, and punish all the heathens that come up against us, as we speak thy word, cause it to be known by all, that it is the angels that have done it, cause it to be spread, through the media, throughout the whole world, cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahawashi. Thank you always. So be it. All right, we was in Genesis 13. All right, Genesis 13 and verse 12.
Genesis 13 and 12. Abram, Yashab, Ba'aratazar, Kana'ain, Walawat, Yashab, Ba'aya, Hakakar, Waya'ahal, Ain, Saddam, Wa'anashaya, Saddam, Ra'ayan, Wakata'ayan, Laya Hawa, Ma'ad, Wa Yahawa Amar Al Abram, Akaraya, Haparad, Lawat, Ma'ayamar, Shama, Na'a, Ayan Nayad, Wara'a, Man, Hamakoyam, Hamakoyam, no, Hamakowam, so like Hamakowam, Ashar, Athar, Sham, Tazapana, Wana Gabar, Wakwa, Damar, Wayama, Kaya, Athar, Kal, Ha'arataza, Ashar, Athar, Ra'a, Lada, Athar, Nana, Wala, Zara'ai, Iwalam, Washamaf, Athar, Zara'ai, Ka'ai Para, Ha'arataza, Ashar, Wala Kal, Ayash, Lama Nawaf, Af, Ipa, Ha'arataza, Gum, Zara'ai, Imana, Kwam, Hathalad, Ba'arataza, La'a, Raka, Wala, Rakaba, Kaya, Lada, Athanana, Waya, Aha, Abaram, Wayaba, Wayashab, Ba'alaniya, Mamara'a, Asha, Bakaba, Rawan, Wayaban, Sham, Wazabak, Laya Hawa, 1401, Waya Haya, Wayamaya, Ama Rapal, Malak, Shana Aya, Shana Aina, Wayarad, Malak, Halasar, Kadara La'aimura, Malak, Ilam, Wathar, the Isle, Malak, Gawayam. So from verse 12, yeah?
Yep.
Genesis 13:12. Abraham dwelled in the land of Canaan, and Lot dwelled in the cities of the plain.
All right. So what happened? If you was in class last week, Abram and Lot, you know what I mean? They had a disagreement. All the cattle they had, all of the silver and the gold, all of their substance that they had, and they were sharing a plane. So with their men servants, they were having arguments. So now with them, Abram, he done the right thing. He went to Lot, man, and go, listen, it seems like it's not working out. So wherever you go, I'll go the opposite. And Abraham said this: you go left, I'll go right, man. You go north, I'll go south. Why? Because he doesn't want to end up hating Lot, man. And that's something you gotta realize. What Abraham done there, he showed brotherhood right there, man.
That's right.
He didn't hold in and make it grow till he can't stand Lot. It's like, listen, right now, this is getting on my last nerve, man. And
it's not working with all what we have. So you go your way, I'll go mine, so that I don't end up hating you, man. Read on.
But the men of Sodom were wicked and sinners.
Okay, so of course, the writer of the book of Genesis is being written afterwards. That's why it's letting you know that the men of Sodom, they was wicked. Of course, if you writ it there and then, it wouldn't say that because you wouldn't know till you get in the land. So of course, you know what I mean? You know, with Moses in the mountains, he got the breakdown from the Lord, man. Meaning what? We knew who Abraham was, but did we know all the specifics and the ins and outs? No, man. We knew that, you know, there was a promise from God unto him. You know what I mean? There's things like in Exodus that we knew, but then the Lord gave Moses the full breakdown of what Abraham did, man. He left the place where he came from to, you know, inherit the blessings. And then in second Ezra, you know what I mean, he writ them as well, man. The beginning. Why? Because we were enough and there was no record, man. So, you know what I mean, the Lord gave us the breakdown on what our forefathers did, man. And we read about it right now. That's why it's saying it in the past tense. And you know what I mean? And that's why when it says that for the men of Sodom were very wicked, because it's written afterwards. Read on.
And exceeded before the Lord exceedingly. And the Lord said unto Abraham, after that Lot was separated from him, lift up thine eyes and look from the place where thou art northward and southward and eastward and westward. For the land which thou seest to thee I will give, and to all thy seed forever. And I will make thy seed as the dust of the earth, so that if a man can number the dust of the earth, then shall thy seed also be numbered.
And let me tell you something. You can't number the dust of the earth, man. Forget about it. You go on a beach. You don't even attempt to count the sand. You just know the sand's there, man. You can't count every speck of sand. And likewise, that's us, man. You can't count us up, man. We're everywhere, man. Living in multitudes. Read on.
Arise, walk through the land in length of it and the breadth of it, for I will give it to you.
So now with the land of Canaan, because that's what it was called back then, before the Israelites got the land off him, he's telling Abraham, walk all over this land, man. I want you to look at this land. This is what I'm gonna give to you, man. Which shows that reincarnation is real, man. Because is Abraham literally going to get the land in that life? No, man. But what happens when he's back? He's gonna walk on that land, man. And also, too, you know, this is faith. Imagine this: God's telling you one day you're gonna have this land, and right now there's Africans with plates in their lip living on there, man.
That's right.
Africans doing blood sacrifice, cutting their wrist and sacrificing babies. You're like, really? So what's gonna happen with them? But guess what? You don't even think that far ahead. You know that because that's what the Lord said would happen. You just accept it. Like one day I'm gonna get this land, man. That is faith right there, man. Read on.
Come. Abraham removes his tent and came and dwelt in the plain of Mamre, which is in Hebron, and built there an altar unto the Lord.
Uh-huh.
And it came to pass in those days that Aphraphel, king of Shinar, I.S.U.P.K, the king of Elasar, Kedorlaomer, king of Elam, and Tilad, king of the nations.
All right. So now it came to pass, so meaning while Abraham was, you know, in the land, dwelling in his tent, over time, these kings, so, you know, one king is from Babylon. That's where the city of Shinar is. And you know what's heavy about this? This is how you know that the Bible is real, because in ancient Babylon, sometimes there wasn't a king over all of Babylon. You had kings of just like a town or like a village. Now, if that said, he was the king of all of Babylon, it wouldn't be a contradiction, but you could look at it. But in some cases in Babylonian history, there was just a king of just one section of the region of Babylon, man. And then what's the other king? King Antioch of Elisar, and the king of the Elamites. So the Elamites would be your Indians, man. So now these kings from the Far East, we'll find out what they did as we read on.
So that question about warriors and cares.
Yeah. Yeah, good.
Something from the scripture. You know what about
cares
about being deaf for his time?
About the warriors. Oh, it's in the. I'll find it. I know it is. Always.
Right, so but the question about cares, worried about the bills, worried about this and so forth, and worrying about stuff that you can't change, man. So I read the book of Matthew real quick. It's Matthew 6:27.
Nah, I've seen it.
So a lot of our brothers are living in oppression, man. We're living in slavery, and there's bills, there's rent. So this is a good question, man. There's bills, there's rent, there's a landlord, and this and that, and COVID-19. But this is what Christ said about worrying, man. Christ said, don't worry about tomorrow, man. Worry about today, man. The stuff that we got to take care of today, let's worry about that, man.
I got it already.
This is what Christ says about this. 1 second. Maybe Matthew 20. Yeah.
I got it. Ecclesiasticus.
All right, read that one first. No.
All right. So this is Ecclesiasticus 30, and we can start from verse 22. So it reads, "The gladness of the heart is the life of man."
Look at that, man. You need to be happy, man. It's good to be happy. The gladness of the heart is the life of man. Being down all the time, sad all the time, worrying all the time, man. Be happy, man. So the landlord wants his rent next week. Do you know what? We'll deal with that next week, man. So right about now, my kids need to eat, man. Right about now, I got clothes to wash, I things to do. Let's worry about today, man. Just worrying all the time. And if when the landlord's sorted, something else you need to worry about, man. I wonder if I get the COVID. Then you get the jab. I wonder if they said that it causes blood clots. I wonder if I got the blood clots. You ain't got the blood clots. So always something else to worry about, man. Just be glad, man. Just be happy, man. Keep it in.
And the joyfulness of a man prolongeth his days.
And look at that, man. When you get joy, you live long, man. You live long, man. It's worrying all the time cuts your life short, man. Every minute worrying. What about this? What about that? Listen, we would never have enough money not to be in slavery, man. We're always going to be broke, man. We're always going to be broke. There's always going to be something we want. Always going to be something that we ain't paid yet, man. So I'm not saying don't pay your bills. Pay your bills, man. So lucky, man. But listen, just know that. Listen, I'll worry about that when I get to it, man. Don't let it rule your life, man. You got to serve the Lord, man.
Answer. And also too, you gotta see it for what it is. Like for someone that likes to always have things on their mind, what do they think? It's on my mind because I want to handle it. And what you don't realize is that having it on your mind so much, that's gonna bring the death for you, man.
That's right.
It's not handling it. You handle it when you do it, man. So at the moment, if you can't do it on that day, don't think about it anymore, man. Just have it in the back of your mind, like, you know what? I know that's gonna happen, but when it comes, I'm ready for it. If you're worrying about it every day, you're not mentally getting ready for it. You're just killing yourself, man.
That's right. Come on, Khan.
All right. Love thine own soul.
And love yourself, man. You're not loving yourself when you're stressing all the time, man. You're killing yourself, man. You're not loving yourself when you're worrying and stressing and passing stress to your children. Just love yourself, man. Keep it in.
And comfort thy heart. Remove sorrow far from thee.
And remove sorrow from me, man. Worrying about, because the this and the that and, the COVID-19. Remove all that from me, man. Think, like what the white man says, think positive, man. So you know what? Today, you must think positive, man. You know what I mean? Look at the bright stuff in life, man. You're alive. You know what I mean? You got family, you got children. Look at that, man. Or you can worry about all the stuff that might happen to you. This might happen, and that might happen, and I might have this, I might catch that. Or you can think about the good stuff, man. Keep it in.
For sorrow has killed many.
And sorrows killed many. Sorrows killed many a people, man. Keep it in.
And there is no profit therein.
And there's no profit therein, man. So this be positive, man. Anyone that?
Yeah. Envy and wrath shorten life.
And look at that, envy and wrath. So people that you got people just talking about people that don't think positive, man, and walk around hating people and hating and being jealous and hating and look at that bitch over there. Who she thinks she's with that bag, man? Envy and wrath and being bad, man. Keep it in.
And a carefulness.
And carefulness, man. That's what I want. Carefulness. This is old English. Careful today means, be careful, man. Careful in old English means to be what? Means to be full of cares, man. You're full of cares, man. You're worried about this. You're worried about the lights. You're worried about the rent. You're worried about the COVID-19. You're worried about this and that. And carefulness being full of cares, man. Full of what? What's another word for being full of cares? Worrying all the time, man. Keep it in.
Bringeth age before the time.
And look at that, man. Brings age before the time, man. And so lucky, man. I'm trying to look beautiful at the age of 50, man. So lucky. No landlord is going to have me looking rough. No landlord and his eviction notice is going to be the reason why I can't get girl. Forget that. Bring age for the time. At 20 years from now, I'm looking old. And that landlord got a new tenant, man. He ain't old.
It's like if can just chime
so
in that.
lucky, sir.
You know what I mean? I won't say any names, but, there was a guy I used to know, handsome guy. You know what I mean? No, nothing homosexual about that. Someone's handsome, they're handsome. I'm not saying is anything else. I'm saying he's a handsome man. And what we're reading right here, he was like that. He used to worry, man. He was 25, had gray hairs, man. Then he stressed so much, he lost his hair, man. He's got the receding hairline like he's in his 50s. And I saw him and he brought age before its time, man. And you don't want that to be you, man.
So lucky, sir. I want to be 50 and getting ID'd to buy alcohol, man. Like, how old are you? You're not 50. I want to be that guy, man. And no landlord gonna take that away from me. So lucky, man. No landlord gonna imagine that 20 years from now, the landlord got a new tenant making money, and there's me can't get a girl. Sorry, man. Landlord, listen. Your red letter has to go down for a second, man. Poll tax, Boris. I'll pay that later, man. I'm not trying to get old, man. Ain't finna stress me out. So like I said, bring anything else.
And just the last part, verse 25. A cheerful and good heart will have a care of his meat and diet. And listen, this is a balance, man. We're not telling you to live frivolously. And don't worry about that, I'll pay it later. But we're telling you have a balance, man. We're gonna go into the words of Christ. There's something you can't change, then don't worry about it, man. If you're a brother out there and you're dark skin, the girls don't like dark skin people. You can't change that, man. So guess what? Just be happy being dark skin, man. And it's like, so go on. And that's the lie, man. You know what I mean? There's tons of women out there that like dark skin, man. Come on, man. All you gotta do is just find that woman that likes a dark skin, man. Come on, man. What's that, man? It's like to give me math with 6 and then 20. 24. 20, about 20. I'll find it. Yeah, 25. But Leno. Oh, 6:25. Come on. If you could say. Matthew 6 and 25. Therefore, I say unto you. And this is Jesus speaking, man, the King of the Jews, the wisest black man on the face, the wisest man on the face of the earth, man. This is what he said, man. Listen to this, man. Next time you want to stress, next time you want to go, oh man, it's too much, man. You know what I mean? This is how you deal with it, man. Listen to Christ. Keep it in. Take no thought for your life. And Christ, don't worry about your life, man. Take no thought, man. They're gonna give you a good analogy. Yo, what am I gonna wear tomorrow? Oh, how am I gonna dress? Oh, I can't. I wore this already. I can't wear it twice. Nah, man. Christ told us how to deal with all that stress that people in the world, they deal with that stress, man. Why? Because they don't believe in God, man. We believe in God and we know God looks after us, man. They worry about where they're gonna sleep at night. We don't, man. The Lord got this, man. Keep it in. What ye shall eat, or what ye shall drink. And what am I gonna eat? What am I gonna drink? Oh my God, it's too much. It's crazy. They want this. They want the rent. They don't want half of it. They want they don't want a piece of it. They want the whole thing. Don't worry about it, man. Keep it in. Nor yet for your body, what ye shall put on. Is not the life more than meat? You keep it in. And the body than raiment. Behold the fowls of the air. And Christ said, look at the fowls of the air, man. Look at the bird, look at the pigeon, the swan, the falcon, the crow.
what's the crow, the raven. Look at them, man. Look at the fowls of the air. Keep it in.
For they sow not,
And they don't sow. They don't plant seeds. Birds don't plant seeds, man. And guess what? Birds don't dig. They don't go out in the farm and plant seeds and reap. They don't plant in a cornfield and the corn grows and then they cut the corn down and eat it. Birds don't do that, man. Keep it in.
neither do they reap.
Neither do they reap. Sow means to plant. Reap means to gather up what you planted. And birds don't do that, man. And guess what? Birds have food every single day, man.
That's right.
A bird don't ever wake up in the morning thinking, yo, what am I going to eat today, man? Do you know, I must go Tesco so they got, man. Let me check my bank balance first, man. Birds don't do that, man. Keep it in.
Nor gather into barns.
And they don't gather their food into barns, man, into a storehouse. Keep it in.
Yet your heavenly Father feedeth them.
Yet the Most High feeds the birds every single day, man. Birds come out every morning and are guaranteed food, man. They come out here and they're eating food and they don't work for it. They don't work hard. And black man, guess what? You are better than a bird, man.
That's right.
And so the Lord looks after the birds, he will look after you, man. And Christ is about to say that right now in the next line.
Are ye not much better than they?
There you go, man. You're, man, serving the Lord, man. In the school, paying your tithe, putting your brick in, doing whatever you can, serving the Lord, put down pork. You know what I mean? Then there, sacrifice your life to the Lord, man. Are you not better than a bird? A bird, man, I got a lifespan of 5 years, man. A bird's never gave tithes, man. A bird's never sacrificed and put weed down, man. You have. So why wouldn't the Lord look after you, man? Keep it in.
Which of you, by taking a thought,
And Christ said, which one of you, by taking thought, by worrying, by caring, by not sleeping at night and sleepless nights and looking at the ceiling, which man, by taking thought, by worrying, man, by looking at the ceiling, by daydreaming? There's some brothers it's stressing you. You're like, Crawford, like, sorry. There's miles away stressing. Which man, by stressing? We done?
can add a cubit unto his stature?
And by worrying, can you add a cubit to your stature? Your stature is your height. A cubit is a measurement. Like today we got centimeters or meters and whatever the case may be. By worrying, can you get taller? If you're a brother who's short and everyone, this guy is short, man, by worrying and thinking about it, can you get taller? You can't, man. If you ain't got the rent money, by worrying about it, is that going to make you come up with the rent money? So guess what? Don't worry about it, man. Now, I'm not saying don't pay your rent, man. That's silly. You know what I mean? In the school, everything got a balance, man. If you can figure a way to get the rent money, then they do it, man. But if you ain't got it and you're worried about it, then you're wasting your time, man. You're wasting your time. What you need to do is think about the good stuff, man. Think about the good stuff, man. They're talking about they want to cut my money, then cut it, then, man. I can't stop you. You want to cut it, then cut it, man. They want to fire me because they see me on the internet talking I.S.U.P.K stuff. And listen, it's want to fire me, man. Me worrying about it is not going to let me keep that slavery, man. I'll do my best to keep it. I'll get the lawyer, go for the proper channels, but worrying about it, nah, man. It's out of my hands. That employer goes, yeah, don't match our policies. We have to let you go, Crawford, and they're going to let me go. Me worrying about it ain't going to make me stay there, man. So guess what I do? Don't worry about it. I say, well, tomorrow's the hearing. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, in the meantime, Prussia, run that drink, man. Tell the volume up a little bit, man. That's what we're going to do in the meantime, man. Tomorrow will take care of itself. His mind is made up tomorrow. And tomorrow we're going to find out if you're going to sack me or keep me. That's tomorrow. I'm living in today right now. What's the point worrying about tomorrow? What will happen tomorrow will happen tomorrow. I can't change that. So why am I going to stress over that, man? Why am I going to get old over that, man? And lose my good features over that, man. So lucky, man. Keep reading.
And why take ye thought for raiment? Consider the lilies of the field. And he goes,
also, why are you worried about raiment, man? Why are you worried about clothing? What I'm going to wear today? I can't wear this. I can't wear the same tunic twice, man. I'm saying, why are you worried about clothing, man? Keep reading.
How they grow, they toil not, neither do they spin.
I look at the lilies, man. The lily, in the book of the Apocrypha, the lily is the Most High's favorite plant. That's in the book of the Apocrypha. The lily, the Most High said the lily is beautiful, man. The Most High goes, Solomon had the best raiment, and even at Solomon's greatest, he could never look like a lily, man. So I can keep reading.
And yet I say unto you that even Sir Solomon in all his glory.
And Solomon, the richest king in the world, man. In all his glory, all the silk and linen and what? What's the good velvet, still couldn't look better than one of these lilies, man. And guess what? The lily didn't go to Primark, man. The lily didn't go to Selfridges. And the lily don't wear, name brand clothes. It just grows that way, naturally. Keep it in.
Was not arrayed like one of these. Wherefore, if God so clothe the grass of the field, which today is, and tomorrow is cast into the oven.
And look at that, man. The Lord dresses the grass, makes it look beautiful, man. And the next day, it burns it, man. The next day, you come back, it's all burnt up by the sun. It's all brown and crispy, man. Meaning what? It's nothing for the Lord to dress something and get rid of it. It's nothing, not cost him nothing, man. You're stressing about what I'm going to wear when the Lord will clothe you, man. The Lord clothes the grass with beautiful lilies, man. And tomorrow, them lilies are gone. And then next season, they're back again. And the Bible goes, what? Solomon ain't as beautiful as the lilies, man. So the Lord can make you beautiful, man. The Lord can clothe the grass and then burn it tomorrow, meaning it's what? It's nothing to him, man. So why wouldn't the Lord look after you, man? That's all I got to say is to start worrying, man. In UPK, we don't see no one go hungry, man. Hard times come in life. We understand that. We understand that, man. But we would never see none of our brothers go hungry, man. You might lose your house, man. And guess what? You might not, for a couple of months, you might not be in a mansion, man. You might be on a brother's couch for a bit. You know what I mean? We're not going to sugarcoat it.
No.
You might be on a man's couch for a bit. You might lose your slavery, man. And your rib can't get her nails done like how she used to, man. It's going to be rough. But listen, the Lord will not see you hungry, man. The Lord will not see you homeless, man. Any more on that? So that.
Yeah, just verse 31. Therefore, let tomorrow take care of itself.
Yeah, one. That's a good one, actually.
Second. Verse 34. Take therefore no thought for the morrow.
Yeah, man, don't worry about tomorrow, man. I got a meeting tomorrow. It's a final hearing. And, they might sack me tomorrow. Then they'll sack me tomorrow. Have you sacked me today? No. They didn't sack me today. So, right, let's bust a drink today. When they sack me tomorrow, I'll be sad tomorrow, man. When that happens, let's cry then. But how about now, man? Let's bust a drink, man. They ain't sacked me yet. I'm worried about something they ain't done yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm worried about some shit they ain't done yet. When they do it, then they will be sad. So let's drink for today. Don't worry about tomorrow, man. Tomorrow will happen. You can't stop tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to happen. So don't worry about it, man. You can worry about it all you want, but it can't change anything. Why worry about something you can't change? Worry about the things you can change, man. Worry about the things you can change. Worry about black people and drugs, man. Go listen on drugs. How am I going to get them off, man? That's something you can change. That's something you can change. Something you can't change. Don't worry about it, man. My grandma's in hospital and I don't know what's going to happen, man. Oh my God, you can't change this. You're not a doctor, nothing you can do, man. If the Lord wants her gone, she's going to go, man. When you go to hospital tomorrow to visit her, man, we'll see then, man. Anyone else, sir?
Yeah. For the morrow shall take thought for the things of itself.
And the morrow will take care of the things of itself, man. I mean, tomorrow is going to come. Tomorrow is going to come, and what will happen, man. He will take care of the things itself. So you worry about the day you're living in, man. You worry about what you're gonna eat tomorrow. Worry about what you're gonna eat today, man. Because if you don't eat today, you won't be in tomorrow, man. You're worried about staying alive tomorrow. Worry about staying alive today. Because if you ain't staying alive today, then you won't be alive tomorrow to even worry about it, man. Worry about what you're putting on today, not tomorrow. Because if you might not be in tomorrow, man. Why worry about a day you might not be in? You might not be alive tomorrow. So all that worry was what in vain? I'm worried about tomorrow and I die today because I'm stressing about tomorrow. I didn't get to make it to tomorrow anyway. What the hell was stressing about, man? So anyway, that's it on there. So I'm talking to one more 7 minutes to prayer. 10 minutes.
Yeah, prayer. We've been doing 15 minutes.
All right, cool. So that's the Sabbath service, and we'll be here next Saturday, 12.
12.
Okay.
Abanawa,
Abanawa,
Shabbat Shemayim,
Shemayim,
Kodash,
Shadash,
Hayah,
Hayah,
Shamka,
Shamka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Malakwavka,
Malachwavka,
Taba'ah,
Taba'ah,
Ratazaka,
Ratzaika,
Hayah,
Hayah,
Aisha,
Aisha,
Baratza,
Barakza,
Kawa,
Kawo,
Hayah,
Hayah,
Bashemayim,
Bashemayim,
Nafananawa,
Fulanawa,
Lakam,
Kam,
Cow,
Cow,
Yawam,
Yawam,
Wasalaknawa,
Basalachnawa,
Kabawaknawa,
Kabawafnawa,
Ka Salaknawa,
Kasalachnawa,
Kabawaknawa,
Kabawafinawa,
Wala'a,
Wala'a,
Tabayainawa,
Tabayayanawa,
Banasayawan,
Banasayawan,
Abal,
Abad,
Hawashainawa,
Hawashainawa,
Mayan,
Mayan,
Rai,
Rai,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Lakab,
Laka,
Hamalakwa,
Hamalakwa,
Waha'ala,
Waha'ala,
Wahafapara,
Hafapara,
La'aiwalamya,
Iwalamya,
Aman,
Aman. And in the English, our Father,
our Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done
in earth
in earth
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily bread.
our daily bread,
And forgive us our debts
and forgive us our debts,
as we forgive our debtors.
as we forgive our debtors,
And lead us not
and lead us not
into temptation,
into temptation,
but deliver us
but deliver us
from evil.
from evil.
For thine is the kingdom
For thine is the kingdom
and the power
and the power
and the glory
and the glory
forever.
forever.
So be it.
So be it. And the prayer for the power of Hakka Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Bahashem Yahweh Shai,
Bahashem Yahweh Shai,
Baba Kushah,
Babu Kushah,
Nafan Lanawa,
Fundanawa,
Hakka,
Haka,
Hakka,
Haka,
Lara Pa'a,
Lara Pa'a,
Kal Makala,
Kalmakala,
Bakal Madawa,
Kal Madawa,
Hakka,
Haka,
Lataha,
Lataha,
Hamad Hazarayim,
Hamad Hazarayim,
Hakka,
Haka,
Lahakuyam,
Lahakuyam,
Hamafian,
Hamafia,
Hakka,
Haka,
Awakawa,
Al-Kawa,
Hatama Allah,
Tama Allah,
Lagara Shan,
Darishan,
Bahashem Yahweh Shai,
Bahashem Yahweh Shai,
the water Aman,
Wada Aman. And in the English, Yahweh,
Yahweh,
in the name of Yahweh Shai,
in the name of Yahweh Shai,
please give us the power
give us the power
to heal
to heal
all manner of sickness
all manner of sickness
and all manner of disease,
and all manner of disease,
the power to cleanse the lepers,
the power to cleanse the lepers,
the power to raise the dead,
the power to raise the dead,
the power against unclean spirits,
the power against unclean spirits,
to cast them out.
In
In the name of Yahweh Shai,
the name of Yahweh Shai,
thank you.
thank you.
So be it.
So be it. And the blessings, Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah Yahweh,
Wa Yahweh Shai,
Wa Yahweh Shai,
Wa Mayaka Allah,
Wa Mayaka Allah,
Wa Alahayim,
Wa Alahayim,
Matah Zabiyah,
Mata Zabiyah,
Allah Wap Yahanna,
Allah Wap Yahanna,
Ha Allah Wapim,
Ha Allah Wapim,
Ha Saranyam,
Ha Saranyam,
Ha Kwatazayanyam,
Ha Kwatazayanyam,
Ha Kayayayam,
Ha Kaliyayayam,
Wa Akwafyam,
Wa Akwafyam,
Zakia. Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba Hashem Yahweh Shai,
Ba Hashem Yahweh Shai,
the water Aman.
the water Aman. Second in English. Good.
Yes, on my face.
Bless you, Yahweh,
Bless you, Yahweh,
and Yahweh Shai,
and Yahweh Shai,
and Michael,
and
the angel,
angel,
commanding General Yahanna,
commanding General Yahanna,
the general,
the generals,
the captain,
the captains,
the officers,
the officers,
the
the troopers,
and the sisters,
and the sisters.
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
in the name of Yahweh Shai,
in the name of Yahweh Shai,
thank you.
thank you.
So be it.
So be it. Psalms 121, Asher Ayanya,
Asher Ayanya,
Al Hahayim,
Al Hahayim,
Ma'ayan,
Ma'ayan,
Yaba'ah,
Yaba'ah,
Isaiah,
Isaiah,
Ma'ayin,
Ma'ayin,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Aisha,
Aisha,
Shemayim,
Shemayim,
Wa Aratazar,
Wa Aratazar,
Al Yathan,
Al Yathan,
Lama Wat,
Lama Wat,
Regalka,
Galka,
Al Yanawam,
Al Yanawam,
Shemaka,
Shamaka,
Hanala'ah,
Hanala'ah,
Yanawam,
Yanawam,
Wala'ah,
Wala'ah,
Yayashan,
Yayashan,
Shawamah,
Shawamah,
Yasha'ala,
Yashra'ala,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Shemaka,
Shamaka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Tazalka,
Tazalka,
Al Yad,
Al Yad,
Yam Yanka,
Yam Yamka,
Yawamam,
Yawamam,
Hashamash,
Hashamash,
La'ayakayaka,
Ayikayaka,
Wayarak,
Wayara,
Walayala,
Walayala,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamaka,
Yashamaka,
Makarai,
Makarai,
Yashama,
Yashama,
Afna Pashka,
Afnapashka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashama,
Yashama,
Taza Afka,
Kaza Afka,
Wabawa Ayaka,
Baba Aika,
Ma'aita,
Ma'aita,
Ma'ai Iwalam,
I will learn.
Aman.
Aman. In the English. I will lift up mine eyes
I will lift up mine eyes
unto the hills.
unto the hills,
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh,
My help cometh from Yahweh,
which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer
He will not suffer
thy foot to be moved.
thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee
He that keepeth thee
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee
Yahweh shall preserve thee
from all evil.
from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in
and thy coming in
from this time forth
from this time forth
and even forevermore.
and even forevermore.
So be it.
So be it. Psalms 83. Alahayim.
Alahayim,
Al Damayalaka.
Al Damayalaka,
Al Takarash.
Al Fakarash,
Wa Al Tashakwat.
Al Fashakwat,
Al
Al
Kayahana.
Kaya Hana,
Awab Yaka.
Awab Yaka,
Yahama Yawan.
Yahama Yawan,
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash,
Al Imaka.
Al Imaka,
Ya I Ya Ramwa.
Yarumwa,
Sawada.
Sawada,
Wayatha Yawa I Tazawa.
Wa'atha Yawa Tazawa,
Al Tazar Pawanyaka.
Al Tazar Pawanyaka,
Amawa.
Amawa,
Nakawa.
Lakawa,
Wanyakakidam.
Wanakakida,
Magaya.
Magaya,
Wala Aya Zakar.
Wala Ayataka,
Sham Yasha'ala.
Sham Yashra'ala,
Iwada.
Iwada,
Kaya.
Kaya,
Nawa I Tazawa.
Nawa Tazawa,
Laba.
Laba,
Yakadwa.
Yakadwa,
Al Yaka.
Ayaka,
Waya.
Waya,
Yakawafwa.
Yakarafwa,
Alahaya.
Alahaya,
Adawam.
Adawam,
Wa Yashama Alayam.
Wa Yashama Aliyam,
Mawa Abba.
Mawa Abba,
Wahagayam.
Wa Hagayam,
Gabal.
Gabor,
Wa I'm one.
Wa I'm a one,
Wa I'm a luck.
Wa I'm a luck,
Palashaf.
Palashah,
I'm Shabya.
I'm Shabya,
Tazawa.
Tazawa,
Gum Ashawa.
Gom Ashawa,
Nalawa.
Nalawa,
Imam.
Iman,
Hayawa.
Hayawa,
Zarawai.
Zarawai,
Labanya Lawat.
Labanya Lawat,
Salah.
Salah,
Aisha Laham.
Aisha Laham,
Kamadyan.
Kamadian,
Kasaya Surah.
Hasaya Sarah,
Kayabyan.
Kayabian,
Banakal.
Banakal,
Kwayashwan.
Kayashwan,
Nashamadwa.
Nashamadwa,
Bayandara.
Bayandara,
Hayawa.
Hayawa,
Daman.
Daman,
La Adama.
La Adama,
Shayatamwa.
Shayathamwa,
Nadar Yabmawa.
Nadar Yab Mawa,
Ka'ira.
Ka'ira,
Wakazabak.
Wakazabak,
Wakazabak.
Wakazabak,
Wakatazalmanai.
Wakatazalmanai,
Kauna Sayakamwa.
Kaunasaya Kamwa,
Ashar.
Ashar,
Amawa.
Amawa,
Nairashah.
Nayabisha,
Lanawa.
Lanawa,
Af.
Ah,
Na'awa.
Na'awa,
Alahayam.
Alahaya,
Alahaya.
Alahaya,
Shayatamwa.
Shayathamwa,
Kagagala.
Kagalgala,
Kakwash.
Kakwash,
Lapanya Raka.
Panyuraka,
Ka'ash.
Ka'ash,
Taba Ayara.
Taba'aya Ara,
Wakalaba.
Wakalaba,
Talahat.
Salahat,
Hayam.
Hayam,
Khan.
Khan,
Dawadatma.
Daradama,
Basa Iraka.
Wasa Iraka,
Wabasabu Pafka.
Wabasawu Pafka,
Tabalaham.
Tabalaham,
Mala'a.
Wala'a,
Mala'a.
Mala'a,
Panyaham.
Panyaham,
Kwalawan.
Kwalawan,
Wayaba Kwashwa.
Wayabakwashwa,
Shamka.
Shamka,
Yahawa.
Yahawa,
Yabashwa.
Bashwa,
Wayaba Awa.
Wayaba Alwa,
Aide Ai.
Aidi Ai,
Wayakapawa.
Wayakapawa,
Waya Abadwa.
Wayabadwa,
Waya the Iwa.
Wayada Aiwa,
Kaya Ada.
Kaya Atha,
Shamka.
Shamka,
Yahawa.
Yahawa,
Labadka.
Labadka,
Al Yawan.
Al-Yuwan,
Alkaha Arataza.
Al-Kaha, Arataza,
Oh man.
Aman. And in the English, keep not thou silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
For lo,
For lo,
thine enemies make a tumult,
thine enemies make a tumult,
and they that hate thee
and they that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people,
against thy people,
and consulted against
and have consulted against
thy hidden ones.
thy hidden ones.
They have said,
They have said,
come
come
and let us cut them off
and let us cut them off
from being a nation,
from being a nation,
that the name of Israel
that the name of Israel
may be no more in remembrance.
may be no more in remembrance.
For they have consulted together
For they have consulted together
one consent.
With one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom.
And the Ishmaelites.
And the Ishmaelites.
Of Moab.
Of Moab.
And the Hagarenes.
And the Hagarenes.
Gabor. And Ammon.
And Ammon.
And Amalek.
And Amalek.
The Philistines.
The Philistines.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
Asher also joined with them.
Asher also joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Selah.
Selah.
Do unto them.
Do unto them.
As unto the Midianites.
As unto the Midianites.
As to Sisera.
As to Sisera.
As to Jabin.
As to Jabin.
At the brook of Kison.
At the brook of Kison.
Which perished at Endor.
Which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became a dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like Oreb.
Make their nobles like Oreb.
And like Zayeb.
And like Zayeb.
Yea.
Yea.
All their princes as Zabah.
All their princes as Zabah.
And as Zalmunna.
And as Zalmunna.
Who said.
Let
us take to ourselves.
Let us take to ourselves.
The houses of the Most High in possession.
The houses of the Most High in possession.
Oh my power.
Oh my power.
Make them like a wheel.
Make them like a wheel.
As the stubble before the wind.
As the stubble before the wind.
As the fire burneth for wood.
As the fire burneth for wood.
And as the flame.
And as the flame.
Setteth the mountains on fire.
Setteth the mountains on fire.
So persecute them.
So persecute them.
With thy tempest.
With thy tempest.
And make them afraid.
And make them afraid.
With thy storm.
With thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with shame.
That they may seek thy name.
That they may seek thy name.
Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Let them be confounded.
Let them be confounded.
And troubled.
And troubled.
Forever.
Forever.
Yea.
Yea.
Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame.
And perish.
And perish.
That men may know.
That men may know.
That thou.
That thou.
Whose name alone.
Whose name alone.
Is Yahweh.
Is Yahweh.
Of the Most High.
Art the Most High.
Over all the earth.
Over all the earth.
So be it.
So be it.
Curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh.
Blessed are you, Yahweh.
King of heaven and earth.
King of heaven and earth.
And all things living.
And all things living.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Listen to us now.
Listen to us now.
Right now.
Right now.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
That speak against us.
That speak against us.
Thy prophets.
Thy prophets.
The teachers.
The teachers.
The princes.
The princes.
The priests.
The priests.
The Israelite brothers.
The Israelite brothers.
And the schools.
And the school.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishments and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
And shake loose.
And shake loose.
The treasure of the rich of Israel.
The treasure of the rich of Israel.
That refused to give to the school.
That refused to give to the school.
Force their riches.
Force their riches.
To enter into thy sanctuary.
To enter into thy sanctuary.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishments and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
To the Edomites.
To the Edomites.
And the nation.
And the nation.
And their drug dealers.
And their drug dealers.
The court system.
The court system.
The prison system.
The prison system.
Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood.
All the governments of our enemies.
All the governments of our enemies.
Amalek synagogues and armies.
Amalek synagogues and armies.
Roman Catholic Church.
The Roman Catholic Church.
The Pope.
The Pope.
Islam.
Islam.
Christianity.
Christianity.
Egyptology.
Egyptology.
Militia.
Militia.
Ku Klux Klan.
Ku Klux Klan.
Aryan Nation.
Aryan Nation.
Skinheads.
Skinheads.
Posse Comitazi.
Posse Comitazi.
The gay movement.
The gay
The
movement.
lesbian movement.
The lesbian movement.
Spies.
Spies.
Workers of witchcraft.
Workers of witchcraft.
NASA space program.
NASA space program.
Army.
Army.
Navy.
Navy.
Air Force.
Air Force.
Marines.
Marines.
Wall Street.
Wall Street.
Open up the internet.
Open up the internet.
And the airways.
And the airways.
Cable access channels.
The cable access channel.
And the radio channels.
And the radio channel.
Convict the spirit.
Convict the spirit.
Of any of thy people.
Of any of thy people.
That seek to stop us.
That seek to stop us.
And bring swift destruction.
And bring swift destruction.
To all the heathen.
To all the heathen.
That stand in the way.
That stand in the way.
Or try to stop us.
Or try to stop us.
From broadcasting your word.
From broadcasting your word.
Throughout the planet Earth.
Throughout the planet Earth.
Let loose all the plagues.
Let loose all the plagues.
Cause them to go to and fro.
Cause them to go to and fro.
Through the earth and consume them.
Through the earth and consume them.
Let the plague shake.
Let the plague shake.
The house of the thief.
The house of the thief.
And the murderer.
And the murderer.
Let Yahawashi.
Let Yahawashi.
Michael and Gabriel.
Michael and Gabriel.
Come down with the flying saucers.
Come down with the flying saucers.
And punish all the heathen.
And punish all the heathen.
That come up against us.
That come up against us.
As we speak thy word.
As we speak thy word.
Cause it to be known by all.
Cause it to be known by all.
That it is the angels that have done it.
That it is the angels that have done it.
Cause it to be spread.
Cause it to be spread.
Through the media.
Through the media.
Throughout the whole world.
Throughout the whole world.
Cause them to shake.
Cause them to shake.
At thy coming.
At thy coming.
In the name of Yahawashi.
In the name of Yahawashi.
Thank you always.
Thank you always.
So be it.
So be it. With the bless Israel, Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahawashi.
Ba'ashem Yahawashi.
Barak Kanawa.
Barak Kanawa.
Wayasha'ala.
Wayasha'ala.
Wahabaya.
Wahabaya.
Sapaya.
Sapaya.
Barak Papa.
Barak Rapah.
Magun Hagun.
Magun Hagun. Rakal.
Rakal.
Shakaya.
Shakaya.
Shay.
Shay.
The Arkansas family.
The Farkason family.
The Gordon family.
The Gordon family.
The Bennett family.
The Bennett family.
The George family.
The George family.
The Sazerma family.
The Sazerma family. Aiden.
Aiden.
Itara.
Itara.
Carmel.
Carmel.
Alashai.
Alashai.
Ayala.
Ayala.
Zaira.
Zaira.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Yashawan.
Yashawan.
Shemai.
Shemai.
Danika.
Danika.
Ahawaba.
Ahawaba.
Shania.
Shania.
Nariah.
Nariah.
Ba'ashem Yahawashi.
Ba'ashem Yahawashi.
The water Aman.
The water Aman.
And what we have said was, Lord, in the name of Jesus, bless us and Israel and the school. Bless, heal, shield, protect our loved ones. In the name of Yahawashi, thank you. And so be it. And with that, class is missed.